بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاك الله خير شيخنا. والذين تبوأوا الدار والإيمان يحبون من هاجر إليهم ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. يعني those who have settled or resigned in Medina, who have accommodated those who come to them from outside. يحبون من هاجر إليهم. They love those who have migrated to them. ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. A small plate made them being recognized until the day of judgment, and the Quran will be recited by the mu'mineen. Now, how we can translate this into action in our journey? We are in the most powerful journey and ibadah to Allah Azza wa Jal. And as I have been saying from the beginning, we will be engaging into different sha'air. This sha'air also enables us to be able to make dua to Allah Azza wa Jal. Let us sacrifice our comfort and make dua that Allah will change the condition of the Muslim Ummah. Let's not be self-centered. Let's not be to those who are only concerned about their own welfare and the welfare of their own family. But let us be يؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. Yes, indeed, we are in need for so many things in our life, but the need of those who are, desperate in the Muslim Ummah, and I don't have to mention locations because there are so many, unfortunately, is much more dire. And you never know, maybe because of your dua or his dua or her dua, Allah Azza wa Jal will make a difference, a huge difference in the condition of the Muslim Ummah, and I'm certain that this is going to happen by the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. We just need to be tools of it. Now, what is it for us tonight? Tonight we need to get rest. There is no Qiyam al-Layl and no extra activities. Try to get as much rest as possible so we're able tomorrow morning to go based on what will be available to us of transportation to move from Mina to Arafat. We will settle in Arafat. It'll take us some time to be able to find our places, similar to what happened to us today. And it was nice that we have gone through this experience. Now the experience of going to Arafat will be less anxiety provoking because we got used to it now, right? So let's settle in Arafat as comfortable as we are able to and be focused that what we are doing in Arafat is the Hajj. And the dua of Arafat is the dua that is accepted. And the rest of what the Prophet ﷺ said and those who came from before him of the prophets of Allah is La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahu alhamdu lahu al-mulk ala kulli shay'in qadir. Why is this specific dua is mentioned by the Prophet? I'll comment on it inshallah tomorrow, maybe after Salat al-Asr or Salat al-Dhuhr or throughout the talks. Now, after inshallah by the sunset we'll proceed to Muzdalifah. In Muzdalifah, there we will be spending the night, and we have pouches in our bags. We are able to collect 49 pupils or 72. Sheikh Mateen will be collecting 72, right, Sheikh Mateen? You're collecting 72 tomorrow? 72.
Inshallah, we'll see.
Yes, just 72 for those who will be staying for 4 days, and 49 for those who will be staying for 3 days. Meaning to say, Yawm al-Nahr, the day of Eid, and following 2 days. This is man ta'ajjala. And tu'akhara will be throwing another 21. So, inshallah, by the sunset from Arafah, we will be, now we spend the night in Muzdalifah. In the morning, I hope we have transportation, and the transportation will take us back again to Mina. From Mina, we will be going to throw at Jamrat al-Kubra. Now, the good news is that's what we talked about in advance. I'm not sure if this is still valid or not. By the midnight of Muzdalifah, the elders, the women who are unable to deal with the heat and the crowd are permitted to leave on that night. So in the night of Muzdalifah, after midnight or by midnight, we have asked for transportation for them so they can go through the Jamarat and possibly do the Tawaf al-Ifada. So they are done with the two major, sha'ira and that day. So there will be, inshallah, it will be easier for them. To those, the aunties, the uncles, those who have difficulty to move, and because of the weather, it's extremely hot by the way, there's a lot of heat, warnings, then they're permitted upon the condition that we're provided the transportation on that night, inshallah.
Just a question, are we walking from Arafat to Muzdalifah or taking a bus?
Most likely a bus. Yani that's agreed on, unless from Muzdalifah to Arafat, from Arafat to Muzdalifah, I think it's by bus. By bus. I said things this year are completely different because it's arranged by al-Bayt. In the past, it used to be the travel agent who will be taking care of everything, and it's done deal. Now here, they're dealing with mass, number, so everything is a new novel. So we'll take it as it goes, inshallah. But that's the plan. So inshallah for us, we will be spending, once we go to Mina, we will go through the Jamarat Kubra only 7 times, no dua after that. And then after that we'll proceed to Aziziyah. Why? We need to go there to shower, change our clothes, cut our hair, because we will be exiting from the small state of Ihram. If we were able to rest a little bit and make it back to the Haram, we'll keep watching the TV if it's like light, because we have from Asr all the way to midnight on the day of Eid to be able to make Tawaf al-Ifada. If we felt we're able to do it, alhamdulillah. If not, then the plan B will be to do it on the second day. If not even, we can do it by the end of our staying in Mina. So we will try to make it as convenient as possible, because as I said, there's warning about the heat in the area. So it's very hot, and you have witnessed that inside the tent with air conditioning. So inshallah we will stay in touch with the admin and see how convenient, but within the limits of the Shara, we're able to do this inshallah. Yeah.
If we don't do Ifadah the first day, will we? When do you think we would come back to Mina to spend the night?
That's what I'm saying. Like if we will go to Mina, Aziziyah, refresh, get some rest, and then by Asr the sun will be a little lighter, and then we have from Asr all the way to midnight, to 11 o'clock, to finish Tawaf al-Ifada and come back again to Mina, because we have to come back again to Mina to spend the rest of the night.
Right, midnight.
And then if we did Tawaf al-Ifada, khalas, we're done. All the, we will be able to wear clothes, and we will be exiting from the state of Ihram, the small and the big one. Now, if you have any questions so far, you can ask them. And I know the sisters wanted to have their own questions. We'll inshallah arrange that for them. But let's inshallah deal and finish with this so we can move to the sisters afterwards.
Follow up. Will we be doing Sa'i immediately after Tawaf al-Ifada then?
Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, I think we should finish it. If we're there, I think the Sa'i would be automatically easier to do. So we can just do the Sa'i and finish it. But what's remain will be the Tawaf al-Wada', the farewell. If you want to combine the niyyah, because we're staying in Aziziyah, if you are able to make it again, alhamdulillah. If not, then you have done your Tawaf al-Ifada and al-Wada'. Yes?
That would be a good reminder to go over the etiquettes of making dua.
The etiquettes of making dua. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and maybe we can do a cumulative dua, a group dua, what was similar to what we did today, and give the chance for individual dua. Inshallah, we want to make it easy. We don't want to be saying everything all together so that you will not get bored, but we'll make it through all the time, and hopefully we'll have a better system, sound system by tomorrow for the sisters.
So I have 2 questions. The first question is, are we leaving our stuff here?
That's the question that I was trying to get from the. I think we should be able to leave something here, but not valuable. Don't leave money, passports. Like if there's something you need to use for the following 2 days when you stay here in Mina, that's fine. Take whatever you need for the journey of Arafat. Arafat, basically, you're spending 1 day in Arafat and overnight in Muzdalifah. That's about it. You need your sleeping bag if you have a sleeping bag. Your whatever your hair dryer, what else do we like, the pajama, and no, we don't need that,
not a hair dryer.
Exactly.
Okay. And then the second question is deciding whether or not you're going to stay the extra day, like with Sheikh Mateen for the extra starting of the Jamarat. How can we decide? What's the virtue of another day?
I think by the second day, Sheikh Mateen will be able to make up our mind, because if we're not staying for the 4th day, we need to leave before the zawal. Like we cannot before the sunset. Before sunset, I'm sorry. So if we decided to leave early, we need to move out of Mina before the sunset. If we stay until the sunset, automatically we need to stay for the following day.
So we're all going to decide collectively, or
no? Those who would like to stay, majority will be leaving after 2 days. Majority will have 2 days. But if anybody is willing to stay, this is a department of Sheikh Mateen.
Oh, no, so I think my question is, what's the benefit of staying?
Oh, no, well, some people just want to get the extra ajr. Allah says, فمن تعجل فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى. So there is no harm for staying 2 days or 3 days. The whole idea is to exercise the taqwa. Yeah, but he's saying that it's sunnah from the Prophet ﷺ, but also the Quran indicates clearly that if you stay for 2 days or 3 days, it doesn't matter as long as you're able to achieve the taqwa. Some people might have need to leave because of the weather, because of other circumstances, but the sunnah, as the Shaykh Mateen is saying, is to stay for 3 days. But again, the Quran is saying whether you stay 2 days or 3 days, what the matters is the taqwa. طيب. Yes, Shaykh, تفضل.
If we're spending 1 day in Arafat and 1 day in, excuse me, Muzdalifah, what's the point of leaving our person?
No, just the night in Muzdalifah.
No, we're staying in Arafah from Duha all the way to sunset.
Right.
And in Muzdalifah from sunset or from whatever time we arrive there until Fajr. After Fajr, we're leaving.
Then we come back to pick up our stuff.
We will not be coming back here. We'll be going back to do the Jamarat. And then we go from after the Jamarat to Aziziyah. So basically, you don't need to leave much of a stuff here. Anyways, I brought with me only a small bag.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Is it confirmed that we're going to go to Aziziyah after?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we
we'll
need
take
to
your stuff.
refresh
Yes.
and shave and change our clothes because خلاص, this is it. No more ihram. Yeah, no need. خلاص, this is it.
We're coming back here.
When we come back here, we'll be wearing normal clothing. We'll be staying normal. We'll be wearing normal clothing, and we'll be doing the Jamarat, the 3 Jamarat every day. So no need to wear the ihram. The whole idea that the ihram is inconvenient. We want to get you to a comfortable state where you're able to stay here without worrying about covering your hair, scratching your face, covering your face, all the details. Yeah. Yes, Akhi.
You said that we have till midnight to come back after on Eid day. Why is it different between midnight versus sunset the next day as well?
The whole idea is you need to spend in Mina, half of the night. So whether it's the first half or the second half. So if we decided to go to Mecca and we have the ability to do it, we will not be able to come back before the sunset. That's out of the question. So we still have from, let's say Asr is by 3:30ish, we finish by 4 o'clock. So we have from 4 o'clock until 11 o'clock. So how many hours is that? A lot of hours. So that should be enough for us to be able to make it, to do tawaf and sa'i, and come back again here. Now, again, this is conditional on the fact that the transportation is easy and the crowd it's not too crowded in the haram. If we felt it's not possible, we'll push it to the next day. I'm just providing different plans. That's all, so we can choose whatever is convenient for all of us. Now, that's it.
Just how far are we from Arafat?
I don't think we're too far. It's like the only thing is you're talking about mass, mass and the masses moving all together. So the transportation is very slow, but right now I could see they are very prompt and strict in terms of organizing, so they're making things much easier. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, it shouldn't be that difficult with Allah. Yes, Akhi, the one in the back, and then we'll come back to you. Sir. Just 1 second.
When we go to the hotel, right? They shower and then we're going to go to Mecca.
Again, when we go to Aziziyah, we will shower, we'll trim, we'll wear a normal clothing, and then we will keep an eye on the TV. If we feel,
And we doing it as a group or what?
well, that's a good question. After that, if we're able to go together as a group, we will make it together. If not, then, like let's say, if those who are familiar with the Hajj process, they have been here from before, they can guarantee themselves to go and come back safely.
Do we have a right for those back and forth?
No, this is gonna be on your own. We don't have guaranteed transportation. We'll push for it. If we're able to do it, alhamdulillah. If not, then eventually it's gonna be our own initiative, inshallah. I know there's a way to walk from Aziziyah to Mecca. It's about half an hour to 45 minutes walk. Yeah, it's a long walk, but it's possible. I did it myself. I walked from Mina to Mecca. It took me about half an hour almost.
Not bad.
That's the point. Make it as light as possible. When you go to Aziziyah and refresh and all the details, you don't have to take anything with you. You just go with your thumb and that's it. And of course your ID. Yes, there's someone having a question?
Do we wear
No, when we go to do Tawaf al-Ifadah, inshallah, we're not wearing ihram,
What?
we're wearing normal clothing. Because we will exit from the small state of ihram on the first day of Eid. First day of Eid, after we throw the jamrah, khalas. You are now finished with most of the sha'air, and you exit from the small state of ihram. You're allowed to wear normal clothing, but you're not allowed to have intimacy with your spouse. So don't sneak around and do something yet. Are we done there? Let's just turn the question from one side. Yes.
Are we doing sa'i as well?
Yes, when we go to Al-Fadha, we'll do sa'i. Again, I gave you, three options. There are three plans. We have organized it together. Like this is what our discussion has been. A, to go on the first day of Eid, the day of Eid, if possible. B, to go on the second day. C is to go after we finish on the second day. C is the most comfortable option, where we finish from Mina altogether, and then we go to Aziziyah, refresh on all the details, and after that we go to do Tawaf al-Ifadah and Sa'i and Khatam Qubul.
Follow up.
Yeah, go ahead. Just 1 second. Let me just get to make it through.
So, unless you are in Ihram, they don't let you go inside.
No. In the Tawaf al-Ifadah, they allow you. Like, the guards would not be restricting people from Ihram, because they know people are doing Tawaf al-Ifadah, and they know Tawaf al-Ifadah is done without Ihram. They would be opening all the gates, and you can go. It's open. That I know for sure, inshallah. Yeah.
Shaving your head, do we have to make sure the sacrifice is done before that? How does that work?
I know that is will be done for us on the day of Taher, the day of Eid, or the following day. But I think from the discussion we had with the mashayikh, that it's the shaving is not connected with the hadi.
ولا
Yeah.
تحلق.
I know the ayah is the tafsir of the ayah is completely different than what we believe in. So they are, yes, good.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So actually in the Hanafi madhab, there's tartib is wajib. Okay. Now because of the current conditions where there's so many people, so much adi going on, the ulama said, try your best to do it in order. Okay. The order is that you do rami, and then you do the dhabh, and then you do the haircut. Okay, so those three are supposed to be in order. It's wajib for the Hanafi madhab. Now, because of the current situation, like I said, if someone does rami and they don't know if their dhabh was done or something, maybe you're on the way to go and do rami, and you get a text message that your qurbani is done, your hadi is done. The ulama said now you don't have to do them now. So there's a leeway now. The ulama said because of it's uncontrollable. But it's better, it's preferred to actually do it in the tartib. I think that's your question.
So yes, inshallah. Any other questions?
Question here.
Yes, go ahead.
Are we gonna, when we spend our nights in Mina, since we only have to spend half the night, do you think we'll go back to Aziziyah or spend the whole night in Mina?
It's up to you. You want to commute between Mina and Aziziyah, or you want to stay in Mina? It's your choice. I personally prefer to stay here to do more dhikr. If we needed to go there, for comfort, that's fine. Either way, I don't think the Aziziyah hotel is not as comfortable, more comfortable than here.
So matter of fact, just stay here.
It's equal.
Those elevators are pretty.
Okay, in the neck, yes, that's right.
Just a question about the udhiyah.
Yeah.
How many people per udhiyah?
Now, udhiyah is different than the hadi.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, the difference is the udhiyah done by the people who are not doing Hajj, and they can do a lamb or they can share a cow. Now, for you as a Hajj, you have the hadi or the fidya, because you are doing mutamatta' for the tamattu' you did, which is you did your umrah, exit from state ihram, and then after again you do this ihram for Hajj. For that you are offering an animal, sacrifice an animal to thank Allah Azza for this benefit. So there are two different, but still you can do an udhiyah, whether you can do it here, you can do it back home, or anywhere else.
One for him, one for his wife. That's what he.
No. It's one per family.
One per family?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. One. Like for you and your family, you and your wife and your children, one udhiyah is sufficient.
One hadi.
You and your parents, or your parents up in your own?
Well, if you consider yourself as one family, that's fine. Yeah. Yes, Sheikh. Go ahead.
On this part of the meeting, my concern was from Mandela, are we coming back to Mina or going straight to Jamarat?
Yani we don't have to come back to Mina. Well, Jamarat is in Mina, by the way. Jamarat is, we are in Mina staying so we can throw the Jamarat. But we don't have necessarily to come back to this tent. We will be going straight to the Jamarat to finish it and move on. Because we want to take off the ihram and we want to shave, we want to like وَلِيَخْذُوا تَفَثَهُمْ وَلِيُوفُوا نُذُرَهُمْ وَلِيَطَّوَّفُوا بِالْبَيْتِ الْعَتِيقِ, as Allah mentioned Surah Al-Hajj. Jamarat, so we can finish so we can exit from the state of ihram, the small state of ihram. ثم ليقضوا تفثهم وليوفوا نذرهم وليطوفوا بالبيت العتيق. So that we'll be able to do the tawaf after that. Yeah, from Jamarat to Azziya. Why we go to Azziya? So we can take a shower, shave, and wear our normal clothing, so we become more comfortable of walking and doing the ibadat. I said, this is the process. What do you have in your bag, you're aware of it, and what you need from it in the process of going to Arafat and Muzdalifah, you only know what you need. Yani, do your own assessment of what do you need to take with you and what you need to leave from behind you.
How much walking is in Arafah?
In Arafah, there is not much walking. We stay the buses will drop us in the tents, and we'll stay in the tents from the morning all the way to the evening. After that, we go again back to the buses, and buses will transport us to Muzdalifah.
Okay,
so there's not much walking. Some people walk from Arafah to Muzdalifah, but I don't see a point. If we have the transportation, let's stick with the transportation. Yes, Nafi?
When we get out of the prom, where do we go to shave our hair?
On the day of Eid. After we throw the first...
Where?
Oh, okay. When we go to Mina, I'm assuming there will be barber shops around. Aziziyah, I'm sorry. When you go to Aziziyah, there should be barber shops around. Again, if you're Hanafi, strictly Hanafi, then you need to have someone to shave your head. So you need to go to a barber shop because all the barber shops here in Mecca are Hanafi.
You cannot do with your own.
You can do it?
I'm doing my own.
Oh, the Sheikh is correcting me. No, Hanafi, you can do it by yourself. So you can either do it yourself or you shave. Now that you have done with your Umrah, I will be going for full, shaving. Khalas, make sure that, skin head.
Clean.
Yeah. Anyone from
Shave
this
head,
side
let's
before
call
we
it.
go to the one in the back? But, go ahead, Sheikhuna, so we can go to the sisters after that.
So the wristbands are for the train. So are we going from bus to Arafat, or are we taking a train to Arafat?
That's something for brother Muhammad to answer for us. But as far as I know, we're doing by bus.
Bus.
Bus. No trains. Yeah. Inshallah, khalas, jazakumullah khairan. Anything else before we move on? Yes, okay.
For the Jamarat, if the elderly delegate someone,
Yes.
how is it going to work then if we go straight from Jamarat to Azizia if the elderly are here in the tent? We'd have to double back and get them?
Again, the elders, inshallah, as we have planned it, will be going from Muzdalifah midnight to Jamarat. They will be given the chance to do it, and then they go to do the Tawaf al-Ifada and Sa'i, and then after that they will be coming back. They go to Aziziyah to rest, and then we'll bring them back again to spend the night here. So they will be with us only to spend the night in Mina. So if, like for them, it's difficult to stay here, they only can come and stay half of the night or the last half of the night. The first half or the last night. Half. Any other issues? Jazakumullah khairan.
Are we leaving early tomorrow to Arafat? What time exactly tomorrow?
The sunnah is to leave after Fajr, but the logistics depends on the bus's availability. So once the buses, like you remember this morning, we said 5:30, we end up leaving by 9 o'clock almost. So inshallah we'll see the logistics of the bus availabilities. Any other questions before we move on, inshallah? جزاكم الله خير وبارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك واصل سنه بحسن دين امنا والصالحات وصوم الحق وصوم الصبر. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.